Welcome back to the Nerdiverse. I'm Danny.
I'm Jang.
Here we are then. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. Season 3, Episode 6, called Those Approaching.
Right, okay. We actually had a really good episode last time. I actually really enjoyed the last episode. I noticed quite a few bits though when I was editing it that we kind of missed. But it was like heavily suggested that those luminaries or whatever they're called, like those robed guys, it seems they intercepted the message that Rimuru was sending and edited it. Because originally, if you remember, like when Rimuru was talking about sending them a message, it was going to be like a message about, I can't remember what it was, but they said that they were going to send a message and then at the end there was going to be a threat if they were like actually going to try and
Right,
fight
so you think
them.
they might have done,
Yeah, they cut the message so it only had the end bit. So it's heavily suggested that someone's tampered with it, and it's like heavily suggested, I think, that it was them.
Oh god! Well, this will be interesting. Well, we left it in a, like you said, it was a good episode. And we left it in a good place in terms of they were coming towards Rimuru anyway. So it looks like we're probably going to get some battling hopefully in this episode. Maybe get some fighting going.
Yeah, because Hinata was going there, and then the other knights were kind of following her, even though they shouldn't have been, weren't they? So hopefully, we're going to start getting into the core of the story now.
Let's do it, shall we? And figure out if we're going to get some action on the go.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go. I also noticed that the people at the table are from like different factions as well. They're not all the same.
Well, there's a lot going on then.
Yeah.
Wow. Ouch. I don't think he wants to do that. Yeah, he doesn't want to do that. He's trying to avoid the fighting, not do more.
I know.
I still find him incredibly weird to be this kind of like...
Yeah, I don't know why he's like so obsessed with serving Rimuru when he seems like so powerful. Like, you'd think he'd probably stand a chance of fighting against Rimuru. I'm not sure why he wants to serve him.
No.
Especially if he's like a primordial as well, because I think that's supposed to be like some of the oldest and strongest demons. I love how he's scared of Shuna. So is he gonna have background information on them?
The Master Rooks.
The Master Rooks. I'm still not sure which ones are which, because I know the meeting had a mix of them. Right, okay, what's going on with luminaries then?
Ooh, okay.
Okay, so they do seem to have their own agenda. I'm not sure why they're so separated from like Luminous then. Like, does she just not get involved at all or something?
Probably not worried about them, if you know what I mean. Probably that powerful that he's not worried. Interesting.
Yeah, okay. So enlightened humans is like an evolution sort of thing.
Ah, so these are the 3 battle sages. The leader of the 6 crusades.
可能性が高いな。どのへの援軍を発表する。ゴブタを隊長とするゴブリンライダーズ100名、グリーンナンバーズ4000名と、それを指揮するクレナイが100名。最後にガビル率いる
Haven't seen some of these squads before.
Some new ones, isn't there, from probably the last war?
何か問題か？
I don't know, like the green ones are goblins, aren't they?
何かあれば俺がすぐに援
And the other one, they look like ogres.
了解っすよ。
Don't know why he's doubting like 30,000's a problem. He took them all out himself once.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he doesn't just get
don't
involved and
get
just take them out.
That frustrates me a bit, that stuff, because I'm like, well, 30,000 wasn't a problem last time when you needed to do it.
私に任せてくだ
ないんだよな。
るなら心配はいらんな。白狼、神王の兵を相手に犠牲者を出さずに制圧。
Curious who is behind it all. Like, is it gonna be like some human, or is it gonna be like another demon? Is it gonna be the clowns?
それでは兵の訓
Curious if any of this has got anything to do with the other primordials.
承知お任せ
Yeah,
あ
there
れ
seems to be a lot of different forces, isn't there? Loads of stuff going
話が
on.
どんどん進んでいく。
リムル様、ファルムス王国攻略に関しては
Yeah, I'm wondering when we explore more into that.
ああ、そうだね。みんな
It'd be nice if they did like a map scene where they could show us who's targeting who and all like that, so it could make it a bit clearer.
するとして残りの4人をどうするか。
はい、警戒すべきは個体名日向坂口のみです。
だから悩んでるんだろう。大丈夫か？大賢者だった時よりも頼りなくか。
ぞ。我がたまたまドラゴンブレスを試してみるという
He's brought that up several times about, is it Raphael now or something? So
Yeah.
I'm curious
さんの出番は本当に最後の最後だ。
why it's changed. Like, why is the advice different?
となるとまだ話し合いの余地は残っているのか。
するに、ホーリーナイトを殺さず、こちらも誰一人欠けることなく戦況を維持。その間にリムル
They're very idealistic, aren't they? It's like, right, we're gonna stop them from killing any of our people, but we're not gonna kill any of them at all.
Yeah.
言ってみろ。
はい。私の蘇りも
How strong are these people gonna be, and are they actually even gonna be able to do that, or are they gonna?
相手をしてやろうかと思います。
アホか。蘇りは C ランク程度の実力しかないんだから、相手の方がお前らに不足あり。
Oh, she's new as well. I've never seen her before.
私もシオン様に負けぬように部下を
Yeah, who is this supposed to be?
その力を今リムル様のために役立てることをお許しください。
Seems like one of his generals for one of his squads to Kuronize. It's interesting to see all these like smaller subgroups in there, like sort of armies and stuff.
リムル様、
I like the hair color on her. It's pretty cool.
4人か。
Colourful.
現在先人に対抗できるのは、優に動けるのはベニマル、シオン、ソウエイの3名だけか。
当然俺は出ますよ。
What is he going to be able to do?
I know, right?
俺もいますよ。ゴブタにだけいい格好をさせません。
ああ、待て待て。お前たちではちょっと危険だと思うぞ。
何ですか？今は会議中でして。
俺たちも会議に参加
Oh, here we go. Now the other big guns are here.
協力させてくれ
It would be nice to see these fight again. I mean, how powerful she was. It
I
was
know,
ridiculous.
私どもに恩返しの機会を与えてくださいませ。
I mean, the other one wasn't that powerful, to be fair. Got absolutely, like, bitch slapped, but
I can't remember.
she lost to that monk, you know, that dragon monk, whatever it was.
Yeah, but that dragon monk guy was super strong.
かえって叱られてしまいますわ。
この者たちなら信用できます。
頼めるか？
お任せを。
そのお言葉に感謝を。
全員が今回も乗り切れることを期待する。以上。
Ooh,
Right, is it finally over?
please be over. I
Are
don't
we
want any more
finally getting
meetings.
to it? Who the
予
fuck
定
are
通り
these?
さね。こちらの動きはバレていない。
Yeah, who is that guy?
Okay, so she was actually behind. She was sent to investigate. Are they the merchants?
Maybe these could be those merchants that we've been hearing about a lot.
しかしダムラだ殿。さすがにキレンたちの嘘は見抜か
That creepy ass girl gives me bad vibes.
Yeah. She's giving me I'm a badass girl and no one could even, like, get near
Yeah,
me. kind of
he's the
person.
merchant guy. I think isn't he the silhouette that we saw last
東の
time?
目的は西に混乱を起こ
I think
し
you might be right.
売ることであろうが
It's giving me that, it's got that kind of music going on now, you know, that kind of, these are the real enemies, the rich ones.
さすが
They kind of give me vampire vibes.
Yeah.
Can they put that in a worse font?
最大の障害
So
であ
like
る
the head of the Rozzo
マオ
family?
リムルに懐柔され交渉可能になった
Yeah, should have put it in a bit of a clearer font, shouldn't they?
法制協会が今日帝国が西側を支配した後も共に経済を支配しようではありませんか
So that's their game plan. They want to conquer the economy.
では私
I mean, that these have got to be the merchants then, haven't they? They have to be.
No, he is. I think they're a separate
他
group.
に対して無礼じゃないかい？
Ooh, a
拳
gun.
銃ですか西側でも流通
As if
して
she
いる
just
と
pulls out a freaking Glock. What the fuck?
こいつを知ってるのか？
Yes.
控えよグレンダ
It's interesting, isn't that the first time we've seen a gun?
I think they mentioned it an episode or two ago.
Yeah, but I mean the first time we've seen one be used though.
ドワーフ王国を経由する販路を奪われたのは面白くない良き取引相手だった魔王クレイマン様も滅ぼされましたし魔王
So they
Ah,
were
so-
dealing with.
Yeah, Clayman was their little puppet then.
ええ、間違いないさ
Well,
ね。
puppet. I
日
don't
向
think. I
は
think
テン
they
ペ
were
ストに
trading
向か
with
っ
him.
た。
では私は予定通り
魔王は他の魔王とは違ういずれは始末せねばならぬ危険分子だがちゃんと手は打ってる
Yeah, so their ultimate plan is to get rid of him.
Who is this guy?
ではお任せするとしよ
Probably someone who has a lot of money that could get anybody to do anything they need.
グレンダあやつらこそ東の裏社会を牛耳る秘密結社
Oh.
ケルベロスじゃよそして奴こそその棟梁の一人
Oh, nice.
金のダムラダなのだよじゃが
How many factions have we got in this
I know,
anime? I
right? There's
literally
so
have
many
no
right now.
idea now what's going on.
あくま
Oh, for God's sake.
ではないのだからな
もしもの場合はあたいが。
お前なら問題はあるまいが念のた
I
め
need some sort of map, man. Tell me where all these factions are and everything.
魔王リムルの手駒を削ぐのも重要
不動のものとするのじゃ。
グレンダケルベロスを利用して悪魔の動きを封じよ
ああ
Right, is Cerberus going to be a dog in this, or is it going to be something different?
確かにその仕事を請け負っ
Yeah,
た
I'm not sure what
シャーレとグレゴリーを
Cerberus is. Is it an ability or a creature or something?
ロッツォのために。
Who is this Rozzo
あたい
family?
の自由
What
の
are
ため
they?
に。
They seem more than human.
You don't reckon that they are all reincarnated, do you? And that's who these all are. They all know.
おじい
I
様
don't think so.
魔王リムルは聖人ひなたを相手にて
I feel like they've got to be vampires or something. Maybe a rival faction of vampires to Luminous. I mean, the creepy ass little girl
Wait.
gives me vampire vibes.
And then Edward will be indebted to you. So they're working with that King Edward as well.
その通りだよマリアベル我らロッツォが支配する箱庭に何人たりとも介入は許す
世界はロッツォのために
世界はロッツォのために
Oh boy. There we are then. That's the end of that episode. What did you think?
It was a lot there. There was a lot of information dumped there, and a lot of new factions and groups that I need to kind of digest a bit more. So we got shown one of the merchants, who seems to be the one that was silhouetted we've also got introduced to this new Rozzo family. I have no idea who they are, but they seem to have a lot going on. Curious if they are vampires. They kind of give the vampire vibe, but I'm not sure about that. It would make sense, but I don't know. There's so much going on. Yeah, I feel like I wasn't expecting another meeting, but it's again like info dumped us a lot of stuff that I kind of need to properly digest and sort of.
Yeah.
I think once we start to see everything happening, it'll be easier to sort of follow what's going on. But it definitely seems like we've finally done discussing and planning everything.
Are you sure?
Well, they've all made their plans now, so everyone seems to be moving out at this point. So I would be surprised if there was actually another meeting. But I'm curious what's going to go on with Rimuru's meeting, because they don't seem to have any reason to fight. Like, Rimuru and Hinata seem to be on the same side with like the same sort of
it's just a bit of
plan.
miscommunication, isn't it? Really? Well, it's not. I suppose like you said, the Illuma, whatever they're freaking called, that they might have intercepted it and changed the message, which makes her worried a bit and might have to go to battle. But actually, they don't want a battle at all, either of them.
Isn't he going directly to meet her? So
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I'm hoping they can resolve that quickly, team up and fight whatever else has come in their way. There's a lot going on though. The only thing I will say is it's like, wow, there's a lot going on. There's so many factions, so many. I don't even know who's on whose team anymore. Really, it's like, Jesus Christ, what's going on?
I think that's the thing. Like, I think a lot of them are kind of in one big organization, but I think there's a lot of separate factions to it.
Yeah.
Like, the church seems to have multiple factions who are sort of plotting against each other, and all have their own sort of schemes and their own motivations.
I feel like I need at the beginning of the next episode to have like a narrated map moment, like a 5 minute, well, not 5 minutes, probably just a minute of a guy talking, going, currently what is happening is this, like this, like just to show us the map of who the hell's going where and what's happening, because there's a lot going on.
We'll see. I think probably when I'm editing this episode, I'll probably actually figure it out and digest it a lot more, because I'll actually have time to pause it and read what's going on and sort of properly digest the information. So I'll probably have a better idea by the next episode. But yeah, as you said, that there was a lot dumped on that episode, so I don't really have too much to say at the moment because it's still kind of a bit all over the place. But I think probably by next episode, I'll probably have a better idea and better understanding of what's happening. But it definitely seems like we're getting into it.
Yeah, well, unless they're going to go for the world record of the most amount of meetings they can have back to back in a.
I don't have an issue with the meetings. I think the only reason there's such a big fuss about it is because I think in all the other previous seasons, the meetings happened like halfway through the season, so things had already happened. Like, we've had already like fights and stuff, and the story had progressed, and then the meetings were just kind of in between. While this, it's just like right at the start of the season, so we've like not really had much stuff happen. It's just dumping a lot of information all in one go right at the beginning without seeing it. So I think that's the reason why a lot of people are kind of pretty irked by it. But I think the last two haven't been too bad for me because it's actually giving us fresh information. I feel like the first episode felt a bit like it was just catching up the characters with a lot of information. There were little bits of stuff that were given to us, but yeah.
I'm still frustrated with it, if I'm honest, because I don't mind us learning new things, but I'm like, now because I'm getting annoyed with the amount of times I've seen a table. I think it's my eyes keep seeing that freaking table, man, and I'm just like, I get put off for the table.
I think you just need to stop focusing on the table and try and focus on the information they're telling, because there's a lot of information to digest there.
I think I speak for probably a few people here. Is like just a bit of action would be nice, just to mix it up a little. I'm not saying I need now 7 episodes back to back of action. I just one would be nice. Just one.
Yeah, but it's been building up to it. Like, that's literally what I'm pretty sure the next episode's going to be, because like all of this has been building up and explaining what's happening. Like, it's going to happen. We now know why like the conflict is happening. It's just
it It
They
it
dumped
just
a
needs
lot
to be
in one go.
satisfying action though, like not like oh okay, all that planning and I'm just gonna one shot them. It's like oh.
I don't think it will be, because from the sounds of it, these people are going to be very strong. Like, they keep mentioning these enlightened humans, so...
Yeah, true, and
curious how
that's
strong
what I'm
they're gonna
interested
be.
about. I'm interested to see the powerhouses that are in play now coming up all together and seeing how it's all gonna just go a bit crazy. I think would be nice just to see how he's going to handle all this going on. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm hoping we do get an action episode next week. That's what I'm hoping we get. Just an
I'm
action
pretty
episode.
sure we will. Like, I'd be very surprised if there wasn't some fighting happening.
Yeah. Well, let us know in the comments what you all thought, and we'll see you in a week for episode 7.
Cool, cheers guys, bye.